So this is my hallway pre-bloater fight video, which apparently I never did before. I mean, we're on grounded. I haven't actually done this in such a long time that it's taking me longer. Well, it's taking me longer because I'm being conservative with ammo. If you have lots of arrows, you just shoot this girl there. If you don't, you just wait for her to turn and you strangle her. And you kill the other one in the hallway, and then you kill the guy up top. Then the clickers. The idea of killing the runners first is to make the clicker fight a lot easier to deal with. There is another way to do this, which, assuming I have the patience for it, I'll show you. But for now, we're just going to this is the way I normally would. This is a plus file, and it's actually from an easy plus file, so I have a ton of shit. But the principle is the same. Normally when I get here, I have one shotgun shell, and I kill that clicker, he creeps out a shotgun shell, and that's where I get my next shotgun shell. Obviously, I have a ton of ammo here, so it's not particularly important. The other option there is shotgun the first one, then brick bat the next one. So the guys in there don't spawn until you go in, or until you get close to the threshold of that door. Again, depending on how you want to manage your resources, you have a couple choices. But I'll show you what I would normally do. Just gonna get the arrow from this girl. If it survived, imagine it broke. Looks that way. Yep. Okay, so in we go. There's no need to sneak in here. We're just gonna run in. We're gonna go back.
Follow me.
And let Bill do some work. And the idea here is just to minimize the amount of work you have to do, basically. There we go. If you don't have some sort of melee weapon here, there's other ways you can do it. You can let Bill grab them and then you grab them. Like there's a bunch of different options there. But yeah, typically I go in, I kill the clicker there, and then fight. I'll show you another option after this. From here, I can show you a little trick I found a while back. So we have to go in here to spawn these guys. Then I want to go back over here. And they will be attracted to where I am. And you can shoot them or hope that Bill does some of the work for you, like there. I usually try to get Bill to kill them all. Occasionally one will go around, which is why you want to stay nice and close to the cage door and just wait. It does take them a while to kill them. And if you're impatient, you can just shoot them. Yeah, this does take forever. But, again, saving ammo. That's what we want. Look at this dude. Occasionally one will go around like this guy. Although in my experience, I've never had Bill or Ellie not get in their way first. So I've never been killed by one of these guys doing this. So now they're all dead, so you just go around and you go do what you gotta do. Oh shit. Alright, so that's the typical strat. I actually have to go back to redo this. I'll show you another way to do this. Let's just take a second. I should have had a save file queued up, but what are you gonna do? It's an imperfect world. Yeah. Grounded. And I'll show you two more variations on this. Hopefully our upload time won't be too bad. But yeah, there's in terms of like what you can do, I've seen people try to like sneak through the whole thing. I maybe that's doable. I don't think it's really worth it though. So it's just basically I'm gonna have a slight variation in how I do the first two fights. And then I'll show you the Rambo side where you can take advantage of a glitch. assuming, again, we ever get through this loading screen. But yeah, you can see how I did this stuff. I have 2 grounded playthroughs up on my up on YouTube, and then there's 1, I think, on Twitch, and you can see me doing it in the process of a complete playthrough. But yeah, for whatever reason, I never did a strat video on the channel. I don't know. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it, and what's ideal just sort of depends on what you're trying to do, or how you want to do what you're trying to do.
We'll sneak out the back.
You do need to crab walk here. The clicker gets alerted to you very quickly. Immediately if you start jogging, and pretty quickly if you just start walking. Learned that the hard way. So this is another alternative where we're interested in killing these ladies ASAP. Obviously easier to do with the upgraded bow, but you know, again, principle remains the same. Hop up here. It's a good use of 9mm ammo ungrounded, which is pretty useless, honestly. Oh, I didn't kill him. Alright, I'll just pretend I killed him. Get the idea. Should never miss that shot, that's terrible, but whatever. Boom. Oh. I had it modded immediately, apparently, I didn't realize it.
Down the hall.
But yeah, even without the modded, that's a brick bat thing. Pretty easy to execute. Here's the other thing that you can do. Race through. Throw it.
There's a way through. We just gotta get
Typically,
past those guys.
I think just 1 survived that. Yeah, there it is. Ideally, you get all 3 doing that. You'll always get at least 2, unless you have the worst throw you've ever done in your life. But and in ungrounded, Molotovs are the things you generally get the most of, like the parts to make one. So, you know, for using things, that's your best option, assuming you feel like using it. Again, personal choice. So there's that. The way I would kill them is the exact same as the first time. I draw them to the fence and then let Bill kill most or all of them. But let's just restart so I can show you the Rambo thing. I don't typically do this. This is a speedrunner thing, so I might fuck it up a bit. But the principle of what I'm doing is not going to change. I think Ant actually throws a nail bomb there, but whatever. And so the glitch that we're going to take advantage of here is, and like don't pay attention too much on the stuff I'm using, like the resources. The idea is if you do this properly. Let's see if I did it properly. Nope, I didn't. Alright, well, let's try it again. But the idea that we're going for here is that if you do it correctly, when you hit restart encounter in the hallway... Oh, I got grabbed. That's what happens when you have to practice something. When you hit restart encounter, you appear at the door there. And, oh, what the hell? And you can just, all your stuff, all the stuff you've used comes back. It's not terribly hard. Let's see if we get it this time. I generally don't do it because I don't think it's that fun. There we go. So that was not, like, the best thing, but as you can see, all my shit is back. I mean, so you can screw around or you can go watch someone else's video for how to do that properly, but the whole idea is you just run through really quickly. And as soon as the 3 guys here are killed off, you restart encounter. You appear here with all your shit back. So it's just taking advantage of a glitch. Anyway, there's a few different ways to do it. It's a little bit sloppy, but that gives you the idea. So.